The United States of America basketball team defeats Serbia in the semifinals of the Olympics in Paris 2024. This is Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast brought to you by Big City Wings. Houston's wing joint, Apollo's wing joint. Go check them out today if you're in the Houston area. They've got 13 locations. We love Big City Wings over here at Apollo Media. And shout out to Prize Picks. Use code Apollo when you sign up and get up to $100 matched on your first deposit. Prize Picks is a daily fantasy app where you hit more or less on every stat, every game, every night, every player, all the time. Prize Picks, we love you guys. Use code Apollo when you sign up. Get up to $100 match. You put in $100, they give you $100. It's like you just got a free $100. Not a big deal. Shout out to Prize Picks. Shout out to Big City Wings. And shout out to America. And shout out to you, Josh. How are we doing, bud?
Freedom is just oozing out of my veins. KD, Steph, LeBron, Jason Tatum, DNP. Life is moving so swell and beautifully right now. I can just see it. We talked about it pre-show. I can just see the smile and the smirk on your face. You are just ready to talk your shit. I'm feeling great, brother. Let's get after it.
Yeah. So United States was in a pickle today. They defeat Serbia 95-91. It's a semifinal game. Had to play Jokic. Not fun. Jokic is one of the best players in the world. Very difficult to defend. He's a problem. He's a problem on the court, even though he likes horses too much. Neither here nor there. Go play with your horses, Jokic. Yeah, the first quarter, I was like, this is kind of what I thought was going to happen. Serbia came out hot. However, it wasn't just like Jokic coming out hot. He was integrated in the offense. He's making passes, he's movement and all that kind of stuff. But this guy, I'm not going to be able to pronounce it correctly, but Avramovic, point guard, wearing number 30 for Serbia, he was Steph Curry in the first quarter, while Steph Curry was also Steph Curry in the first quarter. It was the most frustrating thing ever because Steph does like 27 moves just to get open, and he's frustrated because he's hitting the shots and he's just shaking his head. He's like, can't get fucking open. It was the weirdest thing. And then Avramovic over here is just like barbecue chicken Steph Curry. Like Steph Curry couldn't guard him at all. Like there's ample space, but Steph was getting back in there, but they were just hitting shots back to back, and then the U.S. didn't make enough shots in the first half, and I was like, it's not great. Yeah, and then we were down to like, 17 points? I was like, is it over? Like, this is no way. There's no way I'm witnessing 2004 right now. There's no way I'm witnessing
with this team. There's no possible way. Oh man, dude! Whenever I think of great Olympic performers in the past, Carmelo Anthony, Allen Iverson, Tim Duncan, like you even said, Kobe, LeBron. Yeah. Steph Curry isn't necessarily in that conversation for me, but today, he just had the most banger of a game that honestly just threw away all the past 4 games and all of my feelings and all my hate, all my almost re-entered hatred. Because of course, the Warriors are dead, but Steph Curry is an amazing player. This was his Olympic moment. He needed this. I would like to see him not necessarily do this in the final. Obviously, if it means we have to win, sure, I'd love to see it. I'm a Patriot first, hater second. And I'm just so appreciative that I got to see a Steph Curry game where I kind of got to root for the guy. Because I haven't really felt that in, I'd say, 8+ years, 9 years even.
Yeah. It's been like 20... I don't know if you felt the same way, but in 2015, I was enjoying that team. Like, that was a fun team to watch. Mm-hmm. You're like, okay, I could root for this team. And then 2016, you're like, they've won every single game. They lose in the finals, having a 3-1 lead. That you're like, all right, I like to hate this team. This is good. And then you just hate them forever. And then they obviously beat my Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals in 2022. So I just I've just been hating from the sidelines for the entire time, except for
outside of the club,
except for the Western Conference Finals in 22. I been hating them the entire time, except for 2015. Like, other than that, like 2016 was like, I'm watching greatness right now, and I hate it. It was Tom Brady watching for me. Like
Tom Brady watching. There it is.
It wasn't as much hate towards them, but it was the same thing. But Steph, all-time Bill Simmons moment. I don't know if you listened to his podcast the other day, but He's literally talking about Steph, and he's like, Steph's having a rough Olympics. Like, it's his first one. He hasn't had a single good game yet. Like, not really any good moments. Like, he can't hit any shots. Like, is Steph broken? Like, what's wrong with him? And then Steph Curry comes out today. It's Thursday, August 8th. We're recording this at 8:30 after the semifinal games. But Steph comes out and gets 36 on 9 of 14 from 3 and 12 of 19 from field goal So welcome back, Steph Curry. The redemption game. I called it literally 4 minutes into the game. He hit three threes. He was 3 of 4 from three, and I was like, "Yeah, Steph, this is Steph's game." Like, knew it right off the bat. Texted
Of
it to
course.
you. I tweeted the exact same thing because I was like, I have to tell the masses that this is the Steph Curry redemption game, and it
Y-
was. It
Yeah,
was.
straight up, dude. He essentially matched his past totals for pretty much every game. I can't really think of a time, at least the past 4 games, where he scored more than 15, 12, or
Yeah.
if he did, it wasn't on very efficient shooting. But on the other side here, we have, of course, Nikola Jokic, the
Yeah.
you know Agent Zero, the guy that you just want to double, triple, quadruple team. Um, we contained him in that second half. And I don't want to say he choked. I mean, obviously, sure he did, if you want to call it that. But the team around him is just like Bogdan shot 3 for 10, I believe, and your boys Bedovic, whatever you want to call him, I don't know,
Avramovic.
Evermovic. Yeah, sure. These guys are just different in comparison to USA players, and seeing, of course, FIBA rules and stuff like that. LeBron just taking a ball off the rim as it's going up. It's sick, but it
That's
does kind of
awesome.
scare me knowing that this could translate to the season, maybe the first game or two, because
Maybe.
it's a 3 or 4 month difference, obviously, and there's going to be time to re-practice, retrain, re-prepare. But
Mhm.
if the first or second game, whenever I don't remember if it's like around Halloween, whenever NBA starts now, I always forget. I think they moved the season up a little bit. Around that time, seeing Anthony Edwards or LeBron just take a ball off the rim, Sports Center not top 10, baby. Oh, number one. I can't wait to see that shit.
I feel like I didn't really notice it from the US until the quarterfinal game.
Yep.
Like
It took them
later
a
in the
couple games to
quarterfinal game, I was
adjust.
like, okay, they now understand the rules. So it's taken them 2 months to figure out the rules, and they have one more game left. So it's like I don't know how long it's gonna last for the boys. Talking about Jokic, 7 of 17, 0 of 6 from three, 17 points, 11 assists, 5 rebounds. Not like, and he had 4 fouls, so he was in foul trouble the last quarter, essentially, in a majority of the fourth quarter. So that's not ideal. And he can't hit a 3-pointer, but at least he's taking the 3-pointers, unlike Jason Tatum this entire tournament. Like, he knows he's probably not going to make it, but he also knows on his team he's like, I'm the only one. I mean, Bogdanovich obviously had a great game. Avramovic obviously had a great game today, but like for the most part, Jokic is having to do everything by himself on this team. So he's like, fuck it. If it's not me, then who else is going to do it? So at least he's taking the shots. Commend him for that. That's the most fiery I've ever seen Jokic,
Oh my god. Oh my god. I know.
other than when he like destroyed one of the Morris brothers back and like shoved them in the back. But he didn't even show emotion. He just went and shoved them. Like there was nothing on his face. It was Kawhi Leonard,
Yeah,
just
exactly.
nothing. But
He's
today
deep.
he's like screaming. He's talking at the refs. He's yelling at the U.S. guys. Like he's doing all the things, and he's switching from Serbian to English to talk to the refs and the boys. I was like, this is good. I like this Jokic. That's the most
Angry.
likable Jokic I've had. Is him just
Exactly.
being angry and yelling and fiery and passionate, even though it came at the expense of my greatness of the United States of America. I was saying in the first half and the third quarter, I was like, Coach K would never let this happen. Coach K
No.
wouldn't. This is not my Coach K USA basketball team. Steve Kerr. Let's talk about him. So it's probably in the late third, early fourth. Steph, Katie, and LeBron. After timeouts and everything, Kerr is like writing up plays, and it basically looks like they're just completely ignoring him. Like they all give each other looks and are like, we're not doing that, but we're gonna do something else. And they turned into like a super team of the greatest basketball players of all time, just being like, I know what you're good at. Let's try to do that. So they played like AAU basketball players. Like, oh, you're hot right now. You take the shots. Oh, you're hot right now. You take the shots. And they
Hmm.
just kept handing it to the right person at the right time. Joel Embiid ended up being that right person in mid to late fourth quarter, even though he couldn't grab a fucking defensive rebound to save his life. I was losing my mind. How are you 7'2" and you can't box out a guy that's like a foot shorter than you? That doesn't make sense to me.
There was definitely a point there where I did think Joel Embiid was we're almost ten minutes past recording. I
Okay.
did think he was a little domestic terrorist there for a
Yeah,
minute.
no, terrorist was definitely setting her text
Yeah,
messages multiple times.
it was pretty bad, but I definitely think more than anything else, there's no direction on this team, more so intuition. Like you mentioned,
Yeah,
seeing the boys just know exactly what to do, exactly how to do it. That you
yeah,
can't replicate any of this. No, you could put God in that corner as a coach, and they wouldn't listen to him.
yeah.
This is the rawest, purest form of elite basketball that we'll ever see. And not to get too earlier, jump the gun on our preview here.
Yep.
But Frank Ntilikina being on this French team is
I love Frankie Smoke.
hilarious. I
I love him
cannot
so
wait to see
much.
the final. This is Frank Ntilikina in the most important, best environment that he could ever be in, especially at this point in his career. Let's see if the guy can perform a little bit. I can't wait.
I love Frankie Smokes. I'm rooting. I hope he gets the best and everyone else on France gets the worst. I'll get to you in a minute, France. We're gonna have a discussion. So along with Steve Kerr, Draymond Green tweeted out today, legitimately tweeted this out, like word for word, bar for bar. This is a quote. Sometimes you have to scrap them rotations. This is like beginning of the third quarter. He's calling his own coach out.
Oh man.
Hey, coach, maybe you just say fuck that and put somebody else in. Like maybe that's not going to work anymore because it's clearly not working when you're down 20.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards was a byproduct of that, I think, today. He played
Yeah.
13 minutes. Someone also tweeted, it's not exactly word for word because I didn't write it down and I didn't bookmark it, but I understand why Anthony Edwards dribbles and plays basketball the way he does, considering the amount of illegitimate children he has and the decision-making process he
There it
occurs.
is.
I was like, okay, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, like because he's dribbling into double teams and then just like not doing anything, like
Eye
turning the
test.
ball over
Eye
immediately.
test guy for sure.
It was bad. It wasn't good, but I was like, Anthony, you're our baby boy. Like it's
Hmm.
okay. You got it, buddy. Like my sweet South Georgia prince. Like I love him dearly. You keep doing you, buddy. You keep doing you. It wasn't good today. It wasn't. Just wasn't. It just wasn't Anthony Edwards' day.
No, and that's the scariest part about it all is, your boys can get hot at times, your boys can get cold at times, and thank goodness, thank the heavens, thank God, thank whoever you believe in, that coming back down 17, I think it was in the late third quarter
It
even,
was really late. Yeah,
yeah, really late in the third quarter. I mean, I don't
and
want
they
to sit
didn't
here and
tie it until like what 4 5 minutes, 4 minutes less in
yeah,
the fourth quarter.
yeah,
It's a tough game.
exactly. I don't want to sit here and be like, "Oh, this game was scripted," da da da. Da, but everything was just it magically fell into our arms. You could see Serbia was losing momentum, and there was a couple fast breaks there where
Yeah.
LeBron was even leading them. And remember the one where he kind of did a little fillet under the hoop.
Yes.
That was the
Yes.
one where I was like,
Naturally.
"Okay, momentum is
We're
back.
good.
Momentum's back for sure." And
Yeah.
we didn't look back after that. And it was a beautiful accumulation of just years of elite basketball watching and knowing how blessed we are to see these guys on a damn near daily basis for 8 months out of the year. This is fucking awesome. And I just love it. I there's no amount of feeling or emotion that I could even say to fully comprehend how I'm feeling, because damn it, this team is just that good. And I cannot wait for the gold game. I will be tuned in. I might have face paint on. I might have face paint on.
Might
Straight
as
up.
fucking well, dude. Get just revved up for the boys. Like we're patriotic as fuck during the Olympics, and we only
Absolutely.
got two more. We got 2 more days of competition. That's it.
Yep.
August 11th is closing ceremonies. It's going to be gone for 4 years till it's here in America, in LA, in 2028. So we'll see who's on that team. I do have a question about LeBron. Is he looking considerably gray, and are you concerned about it? Because he's had some like gray strands.
Mhm.
Is this team driving him fucking nuts or something? Like he's grayed significantly more over the
Yes.
last 2 weeks than he showed up to the Olympics as the flag bearer with his normal just gray strands here and there that we saw last season. We're like, all right, yeah, no, he's like 40 years old. Like that happens. He's like fucking Uncle Drew out there.
Yeah.
Like, it's full on gray, and there's nothing on top anymore because it's turning gray, and he just blends in with his head. I'm concerned about our king.
Look, man. I think he doesn't have his Western hair products that he uses here in America.
He didn't bring his barber over. He's a billionaire.
That is true, but I think that he's a stingy billionaire almost. You don't hear about LeBron James's 10 houses. You don't hear about his 10 yachts. You just hear about him and his loving family. And that's what my king should be like. Jordan, you should figure out how to live your life like that.
He has 3 incredibly large houses.
I didn't say, hey, I said 10. I said 10.
I know he has 3. I don't know how many more he's got.
Michael Jordan's probably got 10. That loser. I'm just kidding.
Can we talk about Marcus Jordan?
Yes, please. Let it out. Let it out.
So Marcus Jordan, son of Michael Jordan, also reality television star with Larsa Pippen on the Real Housewives of Miami. If you're unfamiliar, he dated Larsa Pippen for, I don't know why.
People forget.
People forget that Larsa Pippen is Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan were teammates. Marcus Jordan is Michael Jordan's son.
Mm-hmm.
You do the math there. You look up the ages, and you just decide if that's like cool in your household or not. I don't mind. I just thought it was weird. Yeah, no, he was in the south of France, so he's not even at the Olympics. He's just
love of the game,
living life out there. Absolutely shirtless at I would assume a beach like restaurant, because where else are you going to be shirtless at a restaurant eating food? There's food on the table. There's a buddy on his phone. And all of a sudden, there's a little tool. A little book of sugar. A little snow powder. I don't know what else they call it these days.
Hitting the slopes.
The kids, hitting the slopes. There it is. I forgot my Barstool Sports and Old Row euphemisms for cocaine. So... yeah, he's snorting cocaine in the south of France, just living life. And once it hits his system, he looks up with the glee of, I don't know, like a Christmas morning just smile. Like he just was so excited to be where he was with the bump in his brain at that point. Good for Marcus Jordan.
Vibes. He's too wavy. He is too damn wavy. He's in the Tool too. Oh my god, more than anything else. The Tool is like, this guy is a fucking veteran. He is love of the game soldier. He is in it for the long haul. Maybe.
I mean, I think he still lives in Miami. So like he knows what's going on.
The clout that he can get off of being Michael Jordan's son. Oh my god.
It's incredible.
Ridiculous.
And he had like I don't know what watch it was, but it was like an $80,000 watch. And I was like, I know your dad didn't buy that for you.
USF boosters weren't giving you that money 20 years ago.
you did something right, because there's no fucking way your dad bought that for you. Your dad won't give anyone money. No one on the Hornets. He sold the Hornets for probably nothing. He's like, I just don't want it anymore. He's not giving you money. He always says, fuck them kids. So returning back to Olympic basketball, United States is playing France, I believe, on Saturday. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
2 days or a day break. France upset Germany. I was kind of I came into this thinking Germany was going to make the final. Germany's a cohesive unit, but no Maxi Kleber. So that shows that they should have kept the team together, even though there was some riff-raffs between Maxi and I don't remember if it was Schroeder or someone else. Apparently, something happened during the FIBA thing last summer, and they just booted Maxi off the team. So,
wow,
that's what you get for kicking my dear baby boy Maxi Kleber off the team. But France, Rudy Gobert lying about getting surgery on a finger before a game or after a game. Not during the quarterfinals. He basically played 3 minutes, and the coach was explaining that they wanted to play only one big, and they're playing like Ubaselli and all those guys. Like, they're playing other bigs outside of Wemby. Like, and it's just not Rudy Gobert. He played 3 minutes, and at the press conference, Rudy was asked, like, why didn't you play? And he's like, well, I got surgery on my finger yesterday. And the coach goes, no, he got an MRI and some treatment. So Rudy Gobert's lying about getting surgery on his finger. Apparently got an MRI, something's injured. But the coach was like, the game plan was to just play one big, and it was Wemby over Rudy Gobert.
Who would have thought?
Shocker. that Victor Wembanyama is playing over Rudy Gobert. Who could have ever thunk that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, French people, France as a nation, France as a Olympic host, and the debauchery of the opening ceremonies that you did. I am so ready for the U.S. to fix all their fucking problems that they had today. Because Wemby's a problem. And Nick Batum's a good player. Frank Ntilikina, I love him dearly. He's not very good, but like he does things on defense. France should not be good competition. Wemby's a problem, sure, but whatever. Just put Anthony Davis, Bam, whoever. I mean, LeBron was getting blocking up on Jokic, and Jokic
Yeah.
is 100, 200 pounds bigger than LeBron, and LeBron's a
Drew
big boy.
Holiday was dogging on
Drew
Jokic at
Holiday,
multiple
yeah. I
points.
mean, just throw the big dogs on Wemby and just knock him around a little bit. Make sure he doesn't
Pray.
do all this weird long arm alien shit, and we're fine. We're fine. Fuck the French. Fuck France. Their wine's not that good. I don't really
Oh,
like their wine.
whoa,
I'm
whoa,
more of a
whoa.
Spain, Italy kind of guy. Not a big
Fair.
deal. Cabernet's even better. That's American. So
Hello.
France, what are we doing over here with the wine? Croissants, really good. Your croissants are really fucking good. The chocolate ones, the pano chocolate or whatever,
Maron.
chocolate croissants, those are fire.
Mm-hmm.
Your people in Paris are really mean. You shit in the river, and every triathlete has gotten E. coli and is having to go into hospital because you keep pooping in the river.
Is this a true fact?
No, yeah. Like 6 or 7 triathletes have now tested positive for E. coli, and like 10 of them have been
Wow.
hospitalized because they can't stop vomiting from when they swam the open water. They canceled the open water like the second. Yeah, they just didn't swim any of the open water for the triathlon. So they did a duathlon. They didn't even do a full triathlon.
That's Mickey Mouse if you win. That's very much Mickey Mouse.
Your opening ceremony sucked. We didn't even really see the flag bearers. They were on fucking boats in the middle of the rain. Why are we not walking into an actual stadium so I can see LeBron carrying a flag instead of it just being masted in a boat? He's not even holding it. He's just had his hand on the thing. Like, France, figure it the fuck out. Be nicer to people and stop being stuck up snobs. Fix your wine.
Get him.
And fix your Olympic ceremonies, which I hope you don't get another one ever again. And I hope it just goes everywhere else in the world. Don't care.
Nice, man. Nice. You told him, brother.
Fucking nailed it.
I'll be sure to post this on the French Reddit, and we'll.
Oh, I don't know if my psyche could handle all the French people coming at me.
They know information you don't even know about yourself.
They're gonna start saying a bunch of French words that I don't understand because I took Spanish, a real language.
That's right, brother.
Yeah. If we don't win the gold, I'm gonna be really fucking pissed off, and I'm gonna bring up a bunch of Coach K memes.
The French whistle. Hello, they were getting crazy calls at home. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The whistle and the home crowd advantage is an actual thing because apparently I didn't watch this, but in the qualifiers, France was down a solid 10, 15 points in like the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden the whistle just changed immediately. And if they had lost that game, they would have never even qualified for the Olympics. They would have been out, and we wouldn't have seen them. But the powers that be, they showed up. They made sure the host country got in there, which is fine. I don't hate it. But holding Germany to 69 points or whatever today it's impressive. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit, especially when Anthony Edwards is just dribbling into nothing. I don't like that.
Anthony Edwards on a Rudy Gobert mismatch. Oh man, barbecue chicken. Can't wait because you know what's going to happen.
We need a gold medal. Before we go, USA basketball so far undefeated through the semifinals onto the final against France. Who is your Team USA MVP so far of the 2024 Olympics?
Strictly for legacy, LeBron. For vibes, KD for sure. KD is just. Every time he shoots, every time he pulls up, you feel like it's God coming down and telling you everything's going to be all right. And damn it, he does it. He's such a good player. He's such a great shooter. Got to go KD here.
Okay, I'm going to go LeBron. The GOAT is doing all the GOAT things. He's playing the defense. He's assisting, rebounding, scoring when he needs to. He's facilitating. Pretty much all of the offense is running through him. I love it. I love LeBron. He's been my GOAT forever. Just put up a triple-double in the semifinal today. Yeah, it's been LeBron. Who would be your like MIP? Who did you not expect to be good that has been really good? because I have a strange answer.
Drew Holiday, low key.
Okay.
Every time I see him on defense, it just feels like the energy, the intensity, it's all there. Derek White as well.
Yeah, no, Derek White is my answer because every time he comes on there, he's just wreaking havoc on defense.
Yeah.
He's not scoring. He was 0 of 2 today. I don't think he scored any points. But when he was on the court, I was like, he's playing great defense. Like, he's just
basketball.
running around. He's getting blocks. He's making steals. He's just putting people in double teams. Like, doing all the right things. He's doing the thing. He's getting the hustle rating. The 99 hustle rating, like that Josh Hart has, and the 98 hustle rating that Luka Doncic has on 2K. I'm not going to defend that one.
Don't Google it.
Yeah, so your MVP, Kevin Durant, my MVP, LeBron James. I don't think you can really go wrong with either of those two. I'm excited for the final. If they lose, we're not recording.
Fuck.
This podcast is holding. We won't be watching USA basketball until 2024 or 2028. Sorry, it is 2024. Math is hard, 2024 doesn't feel like a real year, and we've been in it for 8 months almost.
Yeah.
So 2028 for real, not a real year. So that's not real.
No, not at all. Just watch basketball. You'll be all right.
Yeah, watch basketball. Olympics are almost over. Take them in while you can. Track and field, all the things. It's a bunch of wrestling and volleyball on my TV today. I didn't really know what was going on. I don't understand wrestling. I'm gonna hand up.
Yeah.
I don't get the point system in wrestling because it looks like one person wins the points and they give it to the other person. Doesn't make any sense. That's Olympic talk for you.
There it is.
USA basketball advances to the Olympic final against the host team of France. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Saturday. We'll be back probably Monday. We'll release an episode on Monday talking about the Olympic final. Hopefully, it's about the U.S. winning gold, and then we're gonna be on the dog days of summer. It's gonna suck. No basketball for a hot minute before training camp starts in like September. So we got another month and a half before we get there. But
we'll be all right. It's been worse.
Football's almost back though.
Yeah. College football in 2 weeks.
Craving football.
Contact.
The body craves contact. It's gonna be great. USA basketball on to the final against France. We'll be back next week to discuss the final. Thank you to our sponsors, Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint. Go check them out today if you're in the Houston area. They've got 13 locations. There's obviously one near you if you're in Houston. Shout out to Prize Picks. Use code Apollo when you sign up and get up to $100 match on your first deposit. Prize Picks is a daily fantasy app. It's very easy. Just go sign up. Use code Apollo when you sign up and get up to $100 match on your first deposit. Shout out to Prize Picks. Shout out to Big City Wings. Shout out to America for coming back today, and LeBron and KD and Steph and everyone that played actually well. Some of you I won't name. Josh, thank you for joining me. Let's go watch some more basketball.
Salute. Can't wait.
America, baby. America. Fired up. This has been Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast.